The key rule of differentiation in this question is that if y equals x to the n, then dy by dx equals n x to the n minus 1. We bring the power down and we reduce the power, and you can prove that. I'm not going to do that here. So for part 1, we just need to be a bit careful because also remember that this is the gradient function. This is the gradient anywhere along the curve. Now for 1, you can do it, the rule still, but it's actually easier to kind of not use the rule and just think about it. This is a straight line graph, 5x plus 3. Actually, the gradient is simply 5. When you have a constant you differentiate it, it disappears. You can apply this rule, it would just be that n is 0, and then you would times by 0. And when you have 5x, n is 1. So you basically bring the power down, and then you make it x to the 0, which is just 1. You just end up with the number by itself. So this first one is 5. Okay, this next one. To use the rule, I need to write it as a power first of all, not 2 over x squared, not a fraction, but instead 2x to the minus 2. They're the same thing. I could write it as 2 times 1 over x squared. Okay, it's sort of undoing the fraction, and then it's a bit clearer that it becomes this. So now dy by dx. I'll bring the power down. You know what? I didn't put a k here, but when you have a constant, you just carry on through. So bring the power down, minus 2. So 2 times minus 2 is minus 4. So minus 4x to the minus 3. You could write that as minus 4 all over x cubed, but you know, it's fine to leave it like this. Last one's a bracket. So first we need to get it in the form x to the n. So first things first, let's expand the bracket. So I'm going to get 10x squared when I do 2x times 5x. I'm going to get minus 14x. I'm going to get plus 5x and then minus 7. Before I differentiate, let me just tidy this up. 10x squared, that's going to become minus 9x minus 7, and we're nearly there. Now I can find dy by dx because it's in the right form. It doesn't matter that I'm adding things, I just differentiate each term separately. Bring the 2 down, I'm going to get 20x, and here I'm going to get minus 9, and then the minus 7 disappears. So those are my answers: 5, minus 4x minus 3, and finally 20x minus 9.